Hello, welcome. It's been a while. I hope you're all doing well. We're doing great. Sorry I'm squinting, the sun's in my eyes.
And I've got the hiccups.
And you've got...
So sorry for that. All the time.
Yes, I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining us. Today we're talking about our garden transformation. Step one. Step one. Bite it. So yeah, today what we're going to do is talk about what the garden was like when we moved in, what we had to do to it to get it to look like it is now, talk about our archaeological digs and what we found that were buried, some interesting finds, to say the least. Talk about what the step 2 is going to be and what the next step is and what the garden's going to look like and what we want to do and what we want to show you. It took us about 4 weeks to get the garden the way it is now, because we moved in and it was fit for an ogre.
It was swampy.
It was incredibly swampy.
And bumpy and not flat at all. It was just like, and I mean like big divots.
They were in like, it wasn't a hole, it was more like a trench.
Yeah, like a trench, that's the word I was looking for.
More like a trench.
They were in a trench.
From,
and then it was like big mounds.
Yeah, absolutely it was. From patio all the way to the end of the garden, there was just trenches. The bits that were sunken down were just holding water.
Yeah.
The water wouldn't sink in. The water wouldn't disperse anywhere. There was
It wouldn't even evaporate when it was really hot.
Absolutely, we had what? We had like 2 weeks of no rain and the water was still there. Yeah. But then the bits that weren't in the trench were just rock hard, awful. Blech.
Apparently, because obviously we didn't get our garden turfed.
We did not get our garden turfed.
Even though they were going to give it to us in an incentive, we asked not to do it because we didn't want, well, we knew that underneath wouldn't have been good anyway.
Yeah, we told them.
We've heard horror stories about other new builds and their gardens and when they've been turfed and stuff, and they basically had to like rip it all back up. So we were like, oh, we had other plans obviously. We wanted more patio and decking and everything. So we decided, oh, don't do that. So she gave us other things as an incentive, which was great.
100%.
We've moved camera angles.
That's okay.
So we asked it not to be turfed, but apparently you're supposed to get a grade of topsoil for them to just like have just laid for you, but obviously that was not the case when we got ours. It was
nothing.
It was, and it doesn't help that where we actually live is like all the soil's got like it's clay based as well. Super clay. Like the amount of clay that we took out of it.
But yeah, we had to do a hell of a lot of work to get it to how it looks now. We had to dig down every square foot of the garden to upturn the soil.
So we like dug it out, didn't we? In like a hole, dug it all up.
We dug it all up. Then turned it over. Then we had to
like smashed it into like little tiny grains of soil.
Then we broke it up. And then we raked.
And we raked it into like a nice flat, and it was dead fine, wasn't it? The soil afterwards, it looked so much neater.
So much better. It looked like actual soil, and now the garden looks like a garden that's fit to be had things done to it, you know, rather than just we can't touch this garden because nothing's going to go on it. So we're so glad.
We couldn't have put patio on it like that. It wasn't flat enough, and it obviously wasn't taking any of the water. Whereas now that it's flat and the soil's all sort of more fine, we've had no puddles or anything. People were saying to us that it could have been a drainage problem and we needed to speak to the builders, but it literally, I just think it was just the way we got the ground. It just wasn't saturating all the water, was it?
No.
But now it has, and now we're getting obviously weeds and stuff growing in it because
weeds
it
are
can actually grow stuff in it.
What we do need to do though, we need to get some soil like conditioner and improver, which we've already seen in the local garden centres, and then topsoil for when we put the grass on. So that is going to be in one of the other steps, I guess. Absolutely fine. So you're probably coming with us to a trip to the garden centre. Now what we're going to do though, we're going to go outside and find out what we found.
God forbid anybody that does have their garden turfed on our site, because the amount of stuff that we found in our garden alone is ridiculous. And We'll show you. We'll show you.
Oh, it's big. It's big. So hopefully you've seen on the pictures and the video that I overlaid, but that is what the garden looks like now compared to what it used to look like. It's nice and flat. Nice and flat. Footprints in because we had a running race. But nice and flat. No trenches, just flat. Pile number 1 is right here, isn't it?
So this isn't our biggest pile.
It's not our biggest pile.
And to be fair, we did throw some of it away as well.
We have thrown some of it away, yes.
Like,
look at that, half a brick. Whatever that is, a log.
Like, there's a lot of this in the ground.
There's a lot of like, whatever the hell that is. Just a big ass stone.
Massive stones and stuff. I don't know what this is. Maybe somebody is watching this might know what that is.
Got no idea what that is. But those are like metal. Like this is like concrete
Glass,
with metal in it.
obviously.
Got glass bottles.
Lots of these. We found so many of these nails.
Got some porcelain pottery as well.
Oh yeah. China. This.
Got whatever the hell that is. Our biggest find over here though is that plank of wood. I don't know. I don't know. Forgive the wind, by the way. It's just started to pick up. But we found that plank of wood, and it was about a foot down. So, yeah, about that.
That's Christopher's little pile.
That's our little first pile. So we dug that up, literally, within the first little bit here. That, however, is for the entire rest of the garden. So let's go to that. Be prepared. Be prepared. Look at all of that. That's just a pile. That's just a pile of rocks and rubble and dried clay. Then we've got, look at that. Look at that design on there. Look at that. Some construction work. Another nail you can see. Another brick.
Bricks, but we found so many of these, and some of them are like full bricks.
Full bricks.
Brick there.
Brick there, brick there. You've got whatever the hell this is. You've got whatever the hell this is.
Oh, it's really heavy.
This is like it's like a cinder block or something.
And then this one, which is really light.
That one's a super light bricky thing. We found a few plastic bottles that we recycled straight away rather than keeping here. All that is dried clay. There's loads of massive stones under there like the previous pile. But I think you take the biscuit for the biggest and best thing found in the garden, didn't you?
It's so heavy, I know.
You found that. It's a slab of patio or concrete, but it's not in keeping with the rest of the houses. Oh yeah, big plank of wood there. Another plank of wood there. There's some food, just utter garbage on this massive stone. That was yellow when I found it. It's huge! Ugh. Oh yeah, all these metal things that go in like the walls and stuff.
Yeah, they just chucked it all in our garden.
But if we hadn't have done what we did and we hadn't dug down,
And we got
a turf, where's the nutrients going to pass through that?
Yeah.
It's
Because
not.
I'm saying this was like far down as long as I was digging. We were only trying to dig like this much where we could turn over. But then I dug a little bit and then I got like it wasn't going further.
Yeah, you hit.
So then I had to like dig all the way around and it was massive hole. Then I won't
Yeah. Knee deep in a trench. But yeah, look at it now. It's so nice and ready for everything we're going to do. So, I think now, focus, I think now is the time where we talk to you about what's going to happen next.
So this is the first thing we're going to do.
First thing,
We're going to get rid of the patio that they've given us. And
yeah, we are. We're going to get rid of it.
extend it.
The dress is going everywhere. Yeah, we're going to extend the patio to there, and just for some perspective, there's the edge of the house, so we're going to extend the patio to there. Yeah, all the way up to there, and then it's going to go to the end of the garage in terms of like a little pathway there. Exactly. The patio is being delivered in a few weeks, and we're going to get it started. We're doing it all ourselves. Step 3. What's step 3? Sleepers. Yep. Raised sleeper beds. And if you've seen Aisha's Instagram, she did a poll on the sleeper beds, whether they were wooden or rendered, right?
Yeah.
We're getting rendered, sorry. We know the popular one was wooden, we're getting rendered. Step 4 is the decking, which is going to be a big L shape in the corner over there. Let's go, let's go. It's going to start, if I go back a little bit. Right, so there's the edge of the garage. It's going to start, oh, there's a bee inside me. In between me and the phone. So yeah, the decking's going to start about there. And we're going to have storage there, a bit of gravel, bit of storage. So it's going to start there, go all the way to here. And it's going to end just past there. So it's going to go to about here area. L-shaped sofa. Fire table, dining thing. Traeger pellet grill. Pizza oven. That's for you. And a hot tub. Hot tub. We're getting it is a pergola, right? So we're getting a pergola, but I'll have to overlay pictures of it. To explain what we're doing. Yeah. An aluminium. You can only say it you can only say it the American way, can't you? Aluminium. And then everything else. So we've got sleepers, decking, storage and gravel, a gravel path here, patio to there, and everything else is grass. Hopefully the wind isn't that bad. It's kind of died down now. Watch it pick up just about to end. Step 1 is getting rid of all the trenches and digging down. Step 2 is obviously the patio.
It took a bit longer than we thought.
It took us about 4 weeks to do it all.
Yeah.
And I literally filmed a little time lapse of it. That was it. Because otherwise it would have been the same old. So
It just took far longer than we thought. It was harder than
it was so hard. So hard. It was it was sorry, you 60?
No.
But yeah, it was hard. Please forgive kind of a different kind of style video. I hope it's okay. I hope you like it. I'll overlay as many pictures as I can to explain what we're going for and what we're going to be doing with the garden to give you some visual aspect. But please join us for step 2 with the patio. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. We'll see you in step 2, and the next video will be about the car with the fitted wardrobe. Okay? And if you do want to see more, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share it, click the notification, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.